Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. Today we're jumping back in the FlightFactor 777 V2. As you can see here, no, this isn't the freighter variant, this is still the 200 ER. We've just got a brilliant DHL livery for this aircraft, which was given to me by a friend. It's a private livery and isn't publicly available at the moment, Well, I'm sure there will be one soon. We love these DHL 777s. I see them flying into East Midlands quite often, to be honest, and they're just beautiful, beautiful aircraft. So, welcome everyone to the streamline. Hello, welcome. EINN, welcome. Nikki, hello, my friend. Shibdub as well. Welcome, guys, to the stream. Now, I put a poll out just before we started today's stream, asking if we should do it in daytime or live time, and by 83% voted live time. So we are live time. We should get a brilliant sunset today into East Midlands. As you can see, the sun's already setting. Got some lovely lighting here. So let's jump into the aircraft then. Alrighty. And I do actually want to brief the route for you. So let me do this. Bring it up all for you on screen. There it is. All right, Navigraph is on screen. Lovely. Okay, so we are here at Shannon International Airport. We are using boundless Shannon today. It is xplane 11. It's not been upgraded to xplane 12 yet. They are working on it, but for now it's a pretty decent scenery, and boundless products are priced very, very fairly as well. So here we are at Shannon, and we're departing runway 24. I'm not sure why Navigraph has drawn the SID like this, as 24 would mean we're departing down here. But we'll see what the aircraft draws and we'll fix it up if we have to. But we're not departing we're not departing runway 06. We are departing runway 24 on the Pelly 3 Bravo departure. And then we're flying over to the east, overflying Liverpool here, onto the Malu 1 Echo SID into our home airport, East Midlands Airport. And we'll be doing the ILS via Rokup. As you can see, there's some funky stuff going on here. East Midlands SIDs and the approaches for the transitions don't generally mesh well together. You got to mess around with the waypoints a little bit. But we'll do that once we load the flight plan. And then we're taking the ILS into runway 27. So, do let me know if the sound's all okay. And we'll jump into X-plane here. I just need to get lossless scaling running as well in the meantime. And let's see here, let's get lossless scaling. And alrighty, that's come up on screen for you guys. Look at that, beautiful 110 FPS. Amazing. Now let's alrighty, so let me just grab my Navigraph here. Okay, let's get started then. I'm not sure what these weird, strange sounds are here. I don't know if you guys can hear it too, but there's like a there's a strange bug sound, I guess, in the aircraft at the moment in the latest alpha. Like I do want to stress, this is still an alpha product, as you can see, 2.012. So it is still an early alpha product, may not represent the final release version of the aircraft. Streamline, when will the 777 V2 keys drop normally? I'm not sure. I think it's completely random, to be honest. I'm not sure. You just sort of got to get lucky, if you see what I mean. But we have Atlanta running in the background. All that's good to go. Let's go ahead and power this beautiful beast up. External power, there it is. And get the ADIRUs aligning. Good stuff. Gens can go on passenger signs. We'll get all the hydraulics on here as well. Emergency exit lights armed. Just close the cover. Anti-ice to auto. Nav logo wing can go on. Packs, and we'll get these temps on as well here. Just like that, reset fans, and then packs, bleeds, all of this stuff. Just gonna do a self-test. Hey, DT297, welcome. So, let's prep the aircraft then. So, let's just say hello to everybody we need to say hello to.
Hello, this is the captain speaking.
Good day.
Alright, so that's done. We can end that call, go to the ground crew. Hey Beluga, welcome.
Hello, this is the captain.
Good day, ready over here.
Alrighty, so we have made contact with them as well. That's good to go. Hey Dougal, welcome to the stream, my friend. Hey xplane Aviator, welcome. Okay, so Navigraph will get the data from SimBrief, and in the latest alpha, they added functionality, if we go here, to be able to use the xplane company routes feature. So you can save the FMS file from SimBrief and then load it up, so you don't necessarily have to put all your routes, airways, SID, stars, all that stuff in. So we're going to do that today. We just need to do this initial bit, so we are at Echo India November, which is Shannon. And it's a smaller airport, but they do get 777s in here. They do get 777s in here, as far as I know. So now if we go to route and company route, so you just put the name of the file in, which is, for me, going to be EINN, EGNX, so your departure and then arrival, and then mine's 01. Company route, and as you can see, it's loaded all that, so activate, execute. Let's just get the loading on the way. Hey Rodriguez, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. And alright, so let's get some ground services then.
Ground? We need some equipment.
We need stairs.
Make your choice.
Passenger bus.
Sure.
And loaders. And fuel. Magenta Man, hey, just watch your auto tutorial. Auto focus speed tutorial really helped. However, auto doesn't work for me, so I gave up. Magenta Man, if you do want to join the Discord in the description, I think you can type !Discord in the chat, and Nightbot should give it to you as well. I am more than happy to try and help you get auto running there as well if you want. So we've got the ground services. Doors are open as required, so let's get the brightness up. Let's okay, it's maxed out, that's fine. We can go to weight balance, fill from SimBrief, and then load it all up.
Please start the boarding.
There we are.
Please proceed with catering service. We are ready for it to be loaded.
And lastly, cargo.
Please start loading the luggage.
On it, sir.
Alrighty, so we're going to leave the fuel as it is. We have 5 tons more than what we need, but we're not going to bother offloading that. We'll just leave it on board. That's completely fine. Hey doggy, welcome. So that's all getting loaded up into the aircraft. Let's go back to our CDU here and finish up our flight plan. So we are departing EINN runway 24, and as you can see, it's already selected it, but we can just select it again on the Pelib 3B. Execute that, departure, arrival, then EGNX ILS 27 with the roke up transition, and then the Malu 1 Echo. So Malu 1 Echo, there it is, pre-selected, brilliant. I'm doing good, doggy, how are you? I'm doing good, thank you. Purchased Microsoft Flight Sim Transfer on Saturday, really loving it so far. Oh, brilliant. Hey, we got some stuff from FS Expo to talk about, guys. It's going to be an interesting stream. So that's all done. Let's now just check the flight plan. Got some other stuff to set up as well. Just step through it and make sure there's no discos. It's doing exactly what we want to see. It's the FlightFactor has drawn this SID out correctly. I don't know why Navigraph was being a little bit strange earlier. So there's a disco. We'll patch that up. And it looks like someone's calling us. So it's ground.
Captain, luggage is now loaded.
Thanks.
Brilliant. So luggage is loaded, and yeah, you know, we are in a DHL livery, but we haven't got a freighter variant yet, so we're gonna do our best. Right, so now here we're gonna go from the Trent waypoint, the TNT waypoint, to Rokup, like that, and then we're gonna go from Rokup to this this waypoint here, and that should, okay, it's drawn a bit weird, but that looks okay. They just need to patch the drawing of the flight plan up there, but it does fly it perfectly. Don't you have sometimes VRAM issues on xplane 12? Yeah, I've got 8 gig of RAM and we struggle sometimes. Did a humanitarian aid flight in it yesterday from Rostov to Donetsk, and it somehow flew even though I forgot to turn on boost pumps. That sounds pretty fun. We're gonna get some. I really want to get the King Air. I need to upgrade my King Air from xplane 11 to 12 and do some flying in that. Let's get our init perf init page done, but also let's get the APU started. Window heats can actually go on as well. So, cruising flight level 350 today. Cost index 116. And yeah, plenty to talk about on today's stream. There's PMDG 777, all the stuff from FS Expo over the weekend. They're calling us.
Did you want something?
Captain, the boarding process is complete.
Much appreciated.
Brilliant. So I think our loading is all done. Let's just check. Oh, drank our coffee. Our catering is still loading. That's fine. Got 24 gig of VRAM. Sometimes it somehow breaks. Oh, you should be alright with 24 gig for sure. Is it hard to switch from Airbus to Boeing? No. You know, the 777 is actually, in some ways, quite Airbus-like, in the sense that it does a fair amount automatic. You know, see all these, you know, the hydraulic switches. You just, you know, smack it on auto, the anti-ice auto, and it sort of does the rest for you. Engine starts is pretty much auto. There's not a huge amount to do. If you're talking about 777, again, it's not a difficult plane. 777, there's a little bit more to do, but it's honestly not too bad. They are very fun to fly, for sure. I do need to get some tutorials out as well. Right, so let's, while we wait for the catering, which is almost done actually, let's just get our airport map. So you can actually type in here with the keyboard, which I only found out recently. So we'll put EINN in there, and then search ident. Get Shannon up, there's the airport map, lovely stuff. And they're going to call us, tell us catering is ready.
Sir, we have completed loading the catering.
Much appreciated.
Hey Oma, welcome. What about the 737? Yeah, honestly not too bad. I've got plenty of 737 streams if you do want to go ahead and watch through those to learn it. It's a pretty easy aircraft, and if you need any help, best place to ask is a Discord. Plenty of helpful people and very knowledgeable pilots on there as well. Right, so where were we? Let's get our zero fuel weight. So if we go to airplane here, weight balance, and if you guys want to see anything in particular on this aircraft, do let me know. And alright, aim zero fuel weight 169.6. 169.6. Put that in the zero fuel weight, and our reserves today, our alternate is London Heathrow, and we need 3 tons, and then our fin res is 2.5 tons. That's going to be 5.5 tons on our total reserve. You add those together. Are you planning to buy PMDG? Yes, we're going to be talking about that later in the flight after takeoff. Yes, that is a talking point of today's stream for sure. Right, so we got a perf. Let's do a takeoff 1. So we'll derate slightly, and I'll just put 65 in here. I think that should be, no, it's not going to let us do it. Alright, so we'll do that. I think that should be good. We don't have a performance calculator. Sorry. Ooh. Don't have a performance calculator, but we are quite light. You can see our V speeds are fairly low. And CG, we do have lossless scaling running as well. So you guys are seeing up to 60 FPS on YouTube, and I'm seeing nearly 144 FPS, as you can see at the top. left there. It's pretty crazy on high settings as well. So our CG 34, 33.9, but we round up to 34. Trim of 3, so let's get our trim in. There we are. Specs are NVIDIA RTX 4090, don't know about RAM. Windows 11 Pro 64-bit i9 14900. Wow, that is a beast of a PC there, mate. And alright, this all looks good then. And okay, let's put this back to map. Let's just get our flight directors on, arm the auto throttles. And then we'll go. I don't think we have any restrictions on this climb. More than $10,000, wow. We don't have any restrictions on this SID, so we're going to go all the way up to our cruise of, what was it, 35,000. So enable LNAV, still no VNAV, but that's fine. And we'll set a flight level change to our V2 speed to 141. There are a couple of real world 777 pilots commented on my pilot's live stream with some very useful tips. Flying this aircraft, you know, coming from stuff more like a 737 and 757, so that was really appreciated. And I think we're good here. I'm just going to optimize the CG, and we're almost ready to go here. Look at all the ground services, and these two here are from Better Pushback. It got a lovely update, and you can now update it through the Skunkcraft updater, which is really nice as well. Right, where were we? So let's get all the equipment away. Are we on APU gen?
Listening.
Let's go to APU gen, and let's get rid of all the equipment.
Please remove all ground equipment.
And
No
we'll close
problem.
hatch as well.
Please close all hatches and remove all personnel. We are ready to pressurize the hydraulics.
When do you think the Flyby Y8380 are going to release? I'm not sure, but it's probably going to be for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, I would imagine. Yeah, but I'm not too sure. So, what we're doing, we need to close all the doors.
Please close all doors.
Okay.
So they're all closed. We need to set our altimeter, which at Shannon, let's have a look here. At Shannon, our weather, QNH 1015. So 1015. I hit the hidden click spot here, and we'll copy it across to the first officer's side. Brilliant. And let's run through the checklist.
Pre-flight checklist, please.
Oxygen tested 100%.
Let's test the oxygen. Beautiful sounds.
Tested 100%.
Flight instruments.
And all of this is set.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Before start checklist.
Right,
Flight deck door.
let's lock the flight deck door.
MCP.
Is set.
Set.
Takeoff speeds.
Set.
CDU pre-flight. Completed.
Completed.
Trim.
Trim 3
Set.
units.
Taxi
Set.
and takeoff briefing. Completed.
Set.
Completed.
Beacon. On.
Alrighty, let's get the pushback
Ground
then.
cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
So we're gonna push out like this. It shouldn't be too long of a push.
Ground cockpit, tow is driving up.
And alright, so I think we should be good on that very slightly derated takeoff. Like I said, we are light, and this thing is super powerful. I can't wait till we get the official freighter variant, because this thing is super cool. Look at that. Very, very nice. And if you know your DHL UK aircraft, we're flying Golf Delta Hotel Lima X-Ray today. Beautiful. See all these all the time into East Midlands. Fantastic aircraft. Alright, so let's get the fuel pumps on, then we don't need the center tanks. Everything else is looking good.
Okay,
On.
all doors and
Checklist
hatches
complete.
are closed, ready to connect.
Get the beacon light on, transponder all off. And alright, should be good to go here fairly soon. Did you watch Air Force One movie, President played by... I've not yet, no I've not. I will take a look for sure at some point though. EGNX ordered my 4080S yesterday, so hopefully we'll see a change for my 3070. 4080 Super. My 8GB VRAM. Yeah, I would like to upgrade at some point, for sure. Let me know how you get on. Hopefully by the time 2024 simulator comes out, PMDG will have time to make another plane. I think we will get more variants by November for sure. Hope there's a DHL livery for the PMDG. Oh yeah, for sure. And I need a I need a Lufthansa cargo livery for the 300 ER releasing for my Simbit World of Pilot's Life. I'll have to keep a lookout for one. But yeah, lots of 777s.
Thank you very much.
I think the 777 will be the last airliner. I think the last major release. I think everything else, well, other than the TFDI MD-11, I guess. But I think, yeah, now most things are going to release for 2024, like the A330 from Aerosoft and the Bluebird stuff. Right, so while we push back here, we did the before start checklist, so let's go ahead and start engine number 1 first. And you can just straight to run on the fuel controls. We'll let this huge GE90 engine spool up here. Lovely sounds, look at that, lovely animations as well. 777 not my favourite plane, but I'm still hyped for the PMDG. Yeah, Dougal, I'm really hyped for that. And we should, depending on what time it releases tomorrow, be streaming it. If it releases before our normal, you know, stream time of 1900 Zulu, we'll try and stream it. If not, it'll be Wednesday. But yeah, we'll be back in the 777 soon. You planning to buy TFDI MD-11? No, not at the moment. Not until I see some other people reviewing it and flying it, because I'm not 100% convinced on the MD-11 yet. Just from what I've seen. But I've not looked into that aircraft too much, so don't be put off by me for sure. And you know, if I'm gonna get the PMDG, it's a lot of money in a short space of time. So we'll see. If enough people want it on the channel, we'll go for it. Cause I do like my Rotate MD-11 in X-plane. But anyway, let's go ahead and start. Oh no, that's hang on. We need to start number 2, not number 1. Right, number 2, and straight to run on the fuel controls. It's all automatic. And while we do that, let's set flaps 5.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Set the parking brake. Nice flap sounds. Yeah, so regarding the PMDG, I've seen things about the sounds, and I've watched various videos from some brilliant Microsoft Flight Sim content creators who got it early. Now in some, you know, the sounds sounded very different, at least the takeoff sounds, for example, in each stream. Which could be, you know, for multiple reasons. So I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna judge it based on what I hear on my PC when I do get it. So you know, I'll let you guys know when I do get it, and you know, we'll go over it in the stream. But you know, it's difficult to judge the plane when it's not already on our PC. You know, when you're not actually flying it.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
But yeah, I'm not 100% convinced by the sounds on the PMDG, but we'll see. You know, it's easy for me to say and say, oh, they're not very good when I've not tried it. You know, so yeah, I'm sort of waiting to try it myself before I, you know, tell people what I think about it really. Our left bleed doesn't seem to want to come on. There it is. Fault. There it is. Alright, sometimes you just need a little reset. So let's do our taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist, please.
Anti-ice is auto, we'll
Checked.
hit recall.
Flight controls. Check.
Flight controls, let's check that. So full left, full right, full forward, and full back. Alrighty.
Checked.
Ground equipment. Cleared.
It's
Cleared.
cleared.
Checklist complete. Before takeoff, checklist,
Alright.
please.
So we are ready
Checklist
to go
complete.
here. Get a bit of power in. Does loss to scaling work with Microsoft Flight Sim? It does, yes. Although I had a few more issues with it on Microsoft Flight Sim, it kept freezing my screen. So I got to do a bit more testing. For xplane, it's working flawlessly, as you can see right now. But for Microsoft Flight Sim, I might have to play around with it a little bit.
Clear right.
And so we'll taxi down to the runway here. Pretty much a straight taxi to the runway. Of the subwoofer, hoping that'll make it better. Yeah, hopefully, Dougal, hopefully. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that 777. I gotta say, the PMDG, we will be streaming that for sure. As I think it's time for some Microsoft Flight Sim content on the channel as well. Of course, xplane is the main sim and the main focus of the channel, but we got to do some Microsoft Flight Sim, I reckon, because I do like the sim. And with with 2024 coming out, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, we've got some Flight Sim Expo stuff to talk about. I don't know how much you guys were watching the watching all the presentations and stuff, but yeah, lots to talk about. Some really exciting stuff. Just after we take off. Max EPWA just need VNAV. Yeah, hopefully VNAV is coming soon. Hopefully, but I'm I'm kind of alright with flight level change. Makes it a bit more interesting to fly. But yeah, we do need that VNAV soon. Hopefully. So taxi on down to the runway here. Win-win caught my eye at the moment. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to talk about, because those hardware for that price is almost unbelievable, if I'm completely honest with you. And then, Wing quality is meant to be pretty good. I don't have any of their products myself, but I've heard good things. I know some people with the Airbus FCU and they're very happy with it. So hopefully we'll get some of that stuff on the channel as well. I'd love to review those. So make this left turn here, and the runway is pretty much here. We've done our takeoff checklist, which is literally the same flaps. So let's get our landing lights and our strobe lights
Approaching
on.
2,
Clear
4.
left.
Clear right.
Approaching 2, 4.
PMDG coming out, FlightFactor can't be left behind. Yeah, I think it would have been nice if they had VNAV out before PMDG release, because they might lose a couple of customers because of that. But hey, they're two different sims at the end of the day. At least the FlightFactor is a great product. PMDG I'm sure is going to be great. I do like their 737. I do have that. Just not flown it on the channel yet, but I do have the PMDG 737 and I'm quite happy with it. So we'll see what the 777 is like. When a product releases, I always say, give it a couple of weeks at the very least for some issues to be ironed out, because these add-ons are complex, right? But anyway, let's take off. Do we have parking brake on? Oh, look at this detail. If you have your toe brakes down, your parking brake won't set. That's pretty cool. And the sound, very nice. Anyway, we'll release the toe brakes. Pull them up to 40%. And toga. Oh yeah. Beautiful, beautiful sounds. Oh, our TCAS. There it is, alright. 80 knots, release the forward pressure on the yoke. See what I mean? Super powerful aircraft. We've got plenty of runway here. And rotate. It's a bit dark outside with the tinted windows, but that's fine. Gears coming up. Look at that. And flyby time. Lovely, what a heavy aircraft this is. Follow the flight directors here, go to flight level change, bug up to 230, that's perfectly fine. Hit climb continuous. So we'll go to climb power now. Lovely. And yeah, this aircraft is really nice to hand fly. Absolutely perfect. It's a lovely wing view. We've got orthos here, and then we'll have true earth when we get towards England. And we've got flaps 1. Alrighty. Let's get the autopilot on here. That's because I had some input in on my yoke where I tried to connect the autopilot, but that's fine. Up to 200 knots. LNAV flight level change, looking good. Flaps can go up, go for a little flyby. Why are we doing? Hopefully it doesn't actually make us fly that little loop thing. We are going straight to this, so okay. Haven't flown a Boeing in Microsoft Flight Sim since the Phoenix first release. Guess the 777 will change that. Yeah. The Phoenix is, yeah, really good. Brilliant. Let's go for a flyby here. A slow flyby. Look at that. As we disappear off into the clouds. Yeah, look, like I said, I'm not going to make assumptions about the PMDG based on what I've seen on streams and stuff. It's very difficult to get a, you know, a proper sense of the aircraft via, you know, YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm going to get it probably. I'm going to stream it and give you guys my thoughts there. Let's bug up to 250. And we didn't turn the APU off. We can do that now. Yeah, APU was on. Oh well, we took 5 tons of extra fuel. Sure, it's fine. The DHL livery is a private livery from my friend, so it's not publicly available. But I'm sure someone will make one soon. And the Lufthansa cargo is private as well. Yeah, both private liveries. Lovely. No VNAV as of yet. We will be getting VNAV soon though in the 777, in the FlightFactor at least, but we don't have it yet. Alrighty. Almost at 10,000 already. We'll get our landing lights turned off, runway turn off lights, and taxi lights can go off as well. Xplane looking good. 60 FPS, 52 FPS now. Over 100 for me on my screen. Super smooth. Razor Aviator, this is the 777-200 ER, the shorter variant. As you can see here, the shorter variant. Yeah, so, alright, so lots of stuff from Flight Sim Expo to talk about then. So, we've already slightly discussed it, but the wing. Wow, some of the stuff that they announced for commercial aviation was crazy. You know, we got the 737 FCU, the EFIS panel for both Airbus and Boeing, and then the FMC and the MCDU panels, the transponder panel as well for Airbus, and all priced under $150. is amazing. You know, amazing value for money. Assuming they are good quality, which I'm sure they are, because other wing stuff is, from what I've seen online, pretty good quality. Yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on some of that stuff. How did you improve your performance? I remember from your last stream it wasn't that good. So on my last stream, the reason for that performance issue was actually that's the wrong view. Was actually due to Traffic Global. I turned, where is it? Let's go here to Traffic Global. I turned this setting on, replay buffer, and I turned it to 2 gig or 1 gig, I think it was. And that just seems to cause huge amounts of issues for me. So I've got it disabled, and xplane has been fine since then. So it was just that pretty much. MCP looking mad good for price. Yeah, you know my only issue? Do I get the Airbus stuff or do I get the Boeing stuff? That's what I'm currently thinking. Do I go for an Airbus, you know, MCDU and the Airbus FC, or do I go for the Boeing MCP and the Boeing FMC? Maybe we'll do a poll or something like that. But yeah, I'm so glad that prices for this kind of stuff is coming down and making flight sim, you know, the peripherals a lot more accessible for a lot more people. Am I 209 or 2.1? I'm in 2.1 RC1, so that absolute latest beta. Yeah, Nicky, Wing take my money. Oh, you already ordered the new joystick? Did you get the fighter jet style base, or did grip, or did you get the Airbus grip? Because I'll be interested to see how that is, because the gimbal on that joystick is meant to be similar to VKB's Gladiators. Now, I have a 6-year-old Gladiator, but it's not dampened. And Airbus 6, as we know, are quite dampened. So for $80, I'm considering that stick as well to replace my current VKB Gladiator, because I do want a left-handed stick and my current one is right-handed. So yeah, let's bug up 280. We should have done that earlier, but that's fine, we've got plenty of time. Bug up to 280 now. Get both. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit expensive, especially if we're getting the PMDG, but we'll see. Maybe we'll reach out to Wing. Wing rudder pedals look great, yeah, for sure. And their force feedback stick, that looks pretty cool. I'm not sure how useful it will be for airliners, since Airbus doesn't really have force feedback. It could be good for GA stuff, like Diamond aircraft and like a Robin DR401 and jets and stuff for TCS. I imagine. I used to do the same xplane aviator. I used to use my Logitech racing pedals as rudder pedals, yeah. Until I upgraded them to my, I've currently got the Turtle Beach Velocity 1 rudder pedals, and they're brilliant. Looks like we're not on LNAV path for some reason. So we got direct to Peleg, and then yeah. These are the kind of little bugs that the aircraft still has occasionally, which have been ironed out before the final release. But like I say, this is an early alpha build, so bugs are to be expected. Yeah, no, VNAV is not fixed yet. Yeah, this bug I've only ever had twice. I remember having it once before, so it might just be to do with the way it's interpreting the SIDS and stars, so could be to do with 2.0.12, yeah, it could be. This is why we have these early alpha and beta releases, so we can report this kind of stuff to FlightFactor and get it fixed, you know. And FlightFactor have been doing a very good job with, you know, fixing bugs and stuff like that, for sure. So, I don't see... Let's go direct to both of them. That makes a bit more sense here. Even though 777 is an alpha, I can't stop flying. Yeah, it's really good considering it's an alpha product. I mean, yeah, there's bugs here and there, and of course no VNAV, but other than that, I love flying this thing. I've been doing long hauls, short hauls, medium hauls, everything with it. It's brilliant. CSIM pilot, welcome. What's the flight time? Around 50 minutes to go now, or maybe 45 minutes-ish. Short hop over to East Midlands. So I expect to be landing in around 45 minutes-ish, or 50 minutes. Just bought lossless scaling, really to do my first flight with it after watching your video about it. Brilliant, shipped up. Brilliant. I hope you enjoy it. Wing FC was just shipped, hopefully coming this or next week. Hey, I'd love to hear your thoughts about that on the Discord. I have a hardware section, and I know a lot of people, I've not got my hands on one yet, but I know some people have been you know, wanting to know just how good it is, so do let us know what your thoughts on it are. Brilliant. This DHL is delivery is so nice. And the sounds are just brilliant. Let's get some lighting in here as the sun sets. We'll just go with panel lighting for now. Get all this lighting on. Airbus FCU on sale, $99. I think that's just because it's pre-order, so it's it discounted for pre-order, and then the final price will go up to $130. I believe. Hey, Mint Miller, welcome to the stream. Lots of Flight Sim Expo stuff to talk about. Sounds great considering it's vanilla FlightFactor. Yeah, honestly, a lot of payware aircraft, or well, some of the major ones at least, do sort of require sound packs for some really brilliant sounds, like the 767, 757, A350 definitely requires sounds, I'd say, sound packs. Tollers products, the sounds are pretty good, but you know, with cost, you know, it makes all the difference. But honestly, considering all the sound packs I have for other aircraft, and they are great sound packs, do not get me wrong, HKK has done a super job with these sounds. I mean, obviously same dev as COSP, so that was sort of to be expected, but there's, you know, zero need for a sound pack in this aircraft. It's perfect, it really is. Really very good. I hope Wing will do the pre-order thing also for Boeing MCP, not just Airbus. I think they will. I think they probably will. And they are announcing more products next year as well, apparently. There's more stuff coming in 2025. So that's really interesting too. It seems like they're just, you know, they've managed to undercut Thrustmaster so much with the Ursa Minor joystick that they showed off. And from what I hear, it's a pretty good stick for its money, you know. Miles ahead than the Airbus side stick from Thrustmaster, so I've heard. So maybe a yoke? Who knows? Have an issue with BSS or... yeah, BSS, I don't have any of their sound packs because the installations are, as far as I know, are a bit a bit complicated, so I never bothered. And Mango and Cosp do my sounds just fine, so. 747-200 engineer panel? That would be crazy, right? If they could do that for like under $500, that'd be amazing. But I don't think there'd be enough people buying it for it to be worth it for them. Potentially a throttle quadrant, since in terms of airline and throttles, we only really have the Thrustmaster 2, the Airbus and the Boeing ones, which... The Thrustmaster, the Airbus one, I do like. As a budget throttle, it's pretty good, you know, for the price. The Boeing one is okay, but I found it a bit flimsy and the tension a bit light and stuff like that when I tried it. And then, of course, we do have the Honeycomb Bravo, which I'm using right now, but we don't know really what's happening with Honeycomb at the moment. I know they're shipping their, you know, their Charlie pedals, but I'd be apprehensive to buy from Honeycomb right now, to be completely honest. At least pre-orders. So maybe Wing are doing some sort of throttle quadrant that's based towards commercial or GA aviation. That'd be pretty cool. Concorde maybe. Currently flying the 763 since I'm eagerly waiting for 777, don't have access yet. The closest thing might be the 767-400ER. That's kind of close in terms of the cockpit. Yeah, the Honeycomb Bravo is brilliant. I do like it. The Boeing yoke is just too big for most people. I don't have space. It is pretty big, and it does take up a lot of desk space and underneath your desk. And I love the yoke, and you know, I'm lucky. I do kind of have the space for it, but it's not something you can leave on your desk and use. You know, you do have to remove it if you want your desk to be a desk again, really. But it's a great yoke. It's a great yoke for sure. It's just quite big and heavy. Cruising over Ireland here. We don't have orthos for... or do we? Ah, we do have orthos actually. We have orthos for Dublin, as we're sort of overflying Dublin a little bit, I believe. And then we'll have lovely Orbex Chouef. We are using Orbex East Midlands Airport as well when we arrive into East Midlands Airport. So, other FS Expo stuff. We'll go in order, I guess, of the announcements on Friday. So, Bluebird were first, previewing some more of their 757 stuff, the 767, and then at the very end, they announced that they are making a 787, a payware 787 for Microsoft Flight Sim. That will be some years away. But that 757 is sure looking pretty good, and the 767. I love those two aircraft in X-plane, the FlightFactor ones, and they're brilliant to have high quality ones in Microsoft Flight Sim as well. I'm really glad Microsoft Flight Sim is starting to get some decent wide body aircraft now. Well, the 767 is wide body, I guess. 757 not so much. Where they haul cargo, and I love cargo ops, so you can soon expect some nice pictures of the 1700 USS Yorktown, which you got for my birthday. I look forward to it. We look forward to it. Evening Fenneman, welcome. Microsoft Flight Sim has too many 787s. Freeware ones, maybe. There's a few freeware, and there is the payware from, I can't remember, what is it, Bravo something, which is as far as I know, just an updated model and sounds and some flight model tuning and a cabin, I think it is, for like $18. There isn't anything that's, I'm not going to use the word study level, but you know, PMDG or Phoenix level. It'll be nice. It'll be a while away. I don't know if FlightFactor's maybe thinking of doing a 787 after their 777 releases and their 737 MAX. But it'll be interesting for sure. I'm looking forward to the 75 and 76 though. FlightFactor is doing 787 after the 777, yes, for X-plane. Wondering what FlightFactor will do after the 777s and A350. So they're doing the 787 and then the A350, and I don't think they would have planned this far into the future. Because the A350 is definitely a few years away. But yeah, maybe a 727, 717, unless it's confirmed and I don't know about it. Maybe a 747, you know, a decent 747 800 maybe, or sorry, 8. We're looking forward to the 707 that was announced at FS Expo. Yeah, Nimbus released their Charlotte scenery as well, which I'm hoping to get my hands on. And then they announced a 707, and it looked fantastic. It looked really good. If Nimbus, I've not owned any of their add-ons, you know, either their scenery or aircraft. I know they did the Huey and the, is it the BN2 Islander or something they've done, another aircraft. That looks really cool, that 707. It really does. Lovely wing view here. Tolis A330, yeah, that I think that's coming out later this year, because Tolis don't normally announce their planes. Have we crashed? Oh, that was just a really long stutter. Okay. I did have a crash the other day, a Vulcan device error loss I had, so I was just hoping we don't have that during the stream, but it looks like we're good. Yeah, Totalies don't normally announce their products until they're at least a year away from release, I would say, at the very, very latest. So they announced it earlier this year. I'm gonna guess for a September, October release for that 330, hopefully. Switch to the other side. There it is. There's Dublin down there. You can see Dublin Airport. There's Dublin. Look at that. Dublin Airport by Boundless as well. Beautiful. Alrighty. Feel bad for xplane, they got so little resources compared to Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft do have a ton of resources, but xplane are doing okay so far, I reckon. Xplane Aviator, which airport did you suggest to Boundless? Was it Belfast by any chance? So, I'm just going to take a look at the star here, because we need to start thinking about our descent. No VNAV, so no top of descent point. And according to my chart at Macux, where is that? Why can't I see it? Maybe we don't have it? Okay, I don't think we have it, but at Mallard we need to be at flight level 270, which is here. So, if we go to Mallard, fix, put that in there, what is it, 270, so we need to descend 8,000, so 24 nautical miles. There we are, so when we intercept that fix, we'll start our descent. Yeah, Belfast. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been requesting that, and I'd love to see a Boundless Belfast as well. Over the sea here. And yeah, Microsoft 2024, Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, big talking point of Flight Sim Expo, and I gotta say, what they showed in their presentation on Saturday looked pretty good, if I'm completely honest with you. I like the lighting changes they've implemented, the graphic changes, the new AI generated ground looks really, really cool, actually. A huge improvement over 2020, and 2020 already looks great. What else? The upgraded airports look pretty cool as well, but I think that's going to be the handcrafted airports again. I hope the default Microsoft Flight Sim airports are upgraded a little bit, because the default do lack a little bit, but the handcrafted ones are beautiful. And then what else was there? They have the new flight planning tool. That looked pretty cool, although I think a lot of people are going to stick with SimBrief, but it's pretty cool to do some in-house flight planning. That looked really cool. Performance calculator as well, inbuilt into the sim. That's really cool. That's all done by Working Title. Replay mode, and they've actually hired the guy that did flight control replay to implement that, so that's really cool as well. I like how they've taken developers that have made products for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 and other flight sims, and just hide them, essentially. I think that was a really good move on their part. And then the 737 MAX as well is coming to Microsoft Flight Sim, although, you know, it won't beat the PMDG, I'm pretty sure, since it'll be a default aircraft, but apparently it's their most complex yet. And honestly, the default 787 and 747 in Microsoft Flight Sim are decent for default aircraft. You know, they're actually pretty good. I was flying the 787 earlier, actually. So if it's better than those, then great. For free aircraft, can't go wrong. Yeah, 2024 looks very good. We've got the walk around feature. You can get out your aircraft and walk around, and you have passengers walking through the gateway into your aircraft. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, excited for 2024 for sure. Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 should be pretty good. We've got lots of aircraft coming as well. You know, the Bluebird stuff. I've got the PMDG 777 releasing tomorrow, and then the TFDI MD-11 is coming out. The Aerosoft A330. Someone's working on the 747-200 as well, which is pretty cool. Phoenix should be coming out with their 321 and 319 as well. Hope stuff like FS Realistic and Active Sky will transfer free of charge from Microsoft Flight Sim. Maybe. I just hope they improve the SDK for those kind of developers. Like FS Realistic is a great product, but it's slightly limited by SDK. So if they could remove those limitations for the devs, that'd be brilliant, I reckon. First long haul VAT sim? What could you do? How long are you thinking? Click the pen. Look at that. I actually didn't know that was a thing. Oh, it's random? Oh, very cool. Yeah, nice little features. In the PMDG, I see the pen clicks as well, actually. I saw that on someone's video. Make sure you're comfortable doing oceanic clearance and position reports, yeah. I've stayed away from long haul on VATSIM for that reason, to be honest. And also, my long hauls, I'm generally asleep overnight. I do them, so it wouldn't be suitable to be on VATSIM and be asleep, probably. Almost at our top of descent, or our makeshift top of descent here. Let's just grab our QNH for East Midlands, be prepared, and we'll preset it. I love that in these Boeing aircraft you can preset the QNH. You can't do that in an Airbus. It's a minor thing, but I do like that you can do it. So 1017 preset, which is our QNH for East Mids. And our minimums, let's just input those as well. Um, 382. So put that in barometric 382. Uh, 382, and we'll copy that to the first officer side. Lovely. Oh, did they not? There we are. Alright, and we'll start our descent then. So we'll 270, flight level change. Beautiful. Beluga, no idea why Nightbot decided to delete that and time you out. But feel free to put it again. I think it's probably because of the caps is the reason. A lot of caps, but yeah, don't worry about that. That's just Nightbot being Nightbot as per usual. Yeah, caps lock. I think I'll have to adjust that. I'll have to adjust that value. Or maybe just turn that feature off completely. We also need auto brake. Let's do one because we're going to pretty much roll it to the end because the cargo ramp at East Midlands will be on the left at the end of the runway. We can do our descent checklist. Oh, we didn't do our after takeoff.
Descent checklist, please.
Right, so hit recall.
Check.
Nothing comes up.
Checked. Notes.
Notes.
Check.
Auto brake
Checked.
one
Auto
set.
Set.
Landing data.
Let's get our landing data. Approach. Do we have a crosswind at East Midlands? We do. We have a 4-knot crosswind. Okay. So we'll just leave that 128 for now. That should be fine.
Set. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Completed.
All right.
Checklist complete.
Last Friday saw a beautiful Condor 757-300 on final approach at Hamburg, but I didn't manage to get a picture of it. Oh wow. You know, I've not flown the 757-300. I think I've flown it once. The FlightFactor. I think I've flown it once. We'll have to fly that on stream maybe. Oh hey, Max EPWA has become a CUDA first officer. Welcome my friend. Thank you very much for your support. You should now get the member role on the Discord if you connect to your YouTube. You should have your name in red and the member role and all the other privileges that come with the CUDA first officer. Join our member only live streams as well every month. So we're just entering our star here. 270 by Mallard, we've sort of done that, not too bad. Yeah, I gotta fly the 300 more often. I rarely fly. I only fly the 200 and the freighter. That's all I fly really. Our next altitude after this is gonna be by Nokin here, flight level 200. So we'll set 200. We should make it just before Nokin. That's perfect actually. Time for another flyby. Beautiful. And it's quite warm. It's what, late evening, 9 o'clock here, 9 PM in the UK, and it's 23 degrees here in the UK. East Midlands is my local, so I'm close to there now. But yeah, it's been warm in the UK the last couple of days. In fact, for the last week, it's been pretty good weather. So rare for us. Did you see the Wing MCDU? Yeah, absolutely. They look super cool. They look really, really cool. You can get an Airbus variant, you can get a 737 variant, and you can get a 777 variant. 777/767, I think it was, variant. So, yeah, really cool stuff. Only question is which to buy, because I fly both Boeing and Airbus. I guess the Airbus will work on more aircraft, the 320, the 330 when it comes out, the 340. It won't work on the 350 actually. Well, I guess you could make it work, but then we could get the 737, since I love Zibo 737, and I now fly the PMTG as well in Microsoft Flight Sim. Or we get the 777 variant for these two 777 aircraft, who knows. Yeah, you can get a 777 variant. Their Boeing MCDU, their Boeing FMC comes in two variants, I believe. It was sort of, they didn't advertise it much during the presentation, but they had it in, like, the small text, the fine print sort of thing. You can make a whole cockpit at home for a sensible price. Yeah, I completely agree, you know. I'm pretty sure all that, say you were making a 737 or an A320 cockpit, just, you know, them the most popular, with the EFIS panel, the FCU, the MCDU, you get a radio panel, or sorry, a transponder panel. It's pretty affordable, you know, it's really affordable. Then you need to get an overhead, a yoke, and a throttle quadrant. They're going to be the expensive ones. you're good to go in a radius stack, maybe. Can't wait for this to enter public beta. Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to fly this. FlightFactor did release the NDA, so now everyone who has access can stream it. You can see lovely true earth stuff here, but we have this, look at this sunset. And we should be flying directly into it, so visibility on approach might be quite poor, but it will look good. Yeah, so FlightFactor released the NDA on this, so everyone can stream it, everyone can share pictures, which is great. Love an old 747-200 MCDU from Wing Wing with mechanical gauges, all of that lovely stuff. That'd be pretty cool. So, looking good here. After Nokin here, we can go all the way down to flight level 080. So I'm just gonna tune that in now. There we are. And we'll slow it down once we get closer to 10,000 foot. This lighting looks pretty good. Yeah, this is a brilliant aircraft. It's sort of, I don't have the hot start 650, the Challenger 650, but from what I've seen and heard on that aircraft, this is, you know, almost there. But, you know, for a long haul wide body airliner, that's amazing. It really is. I mean, it's little things like I've shown this on streams before, but this air vent, if you put it towards you, you can hear the pitch in the sound change. If I do that, you can hear it's different. It's really subtle, but it's so cool. So hyped for the FlightFactor 777. Been checking the X-plane audio every hour for the entire last week to see if I got access. I hope you get access soon. I do. I have the 650 and it's comparable to the B2. Yeah, I thought so. It is so good. It really is. I mean, circuit breakers work. Yes, they do. And the failure list, we did a failure stream. I want to do another failure stream, but there's a ridiculous amount of failures. I mean, just look at this. And you can have it on random failures. You can set it so you have failures in between flights. So you might shut down the aircraft one day and then go to flight the next day, and overnight, like fictionally overnight, it's developed a fault. It's so cool. It really is. There's so many training opportunities. You know, just a training page, there's so many options. You can start your aircraft on a star at any waypoint. So if we wanted to practice approaches into East Midlands, but like on a star, we can set ourselves up. Say we spawn in the East Midlands on the ground, we can then get the aircraft to spawn us on this exact star with this exact ILS approach at Nugra and just start our flight there for our descent. Or you can start it at the ILS. You know, it's really good. It's a brilliant training tool as well. How do people get access to the V2? It's pretty much just random, really. If you see the price being, I think it's what is it, $79, then you have access. If it's the $7,777.200, then you don't have access. But yeah, there's nothing like you have to do other than just monitor it and get lucky, really. Now, 15,000, flight level 150. Xplane Aviator, I agree. Those Logitech multi-panels are... I sold mine because as great as they are, they just... When you have stuff like the Honeycomb Bravo and you have the, you know, the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke and you have a decent side stake, it sort of ruins it because it just feels quite cheap and plasticky. And it's... They are great products, but they're old. They don't even have official driver support for X-Plane 12, so that's why I sold them. Really, they just weren't working as they should. And now Wing Wing has just come out here with these MCPs and FCUs for that price is crazy. But very glad they're doing it as well. And Moser Racing, they took the sim racing market by storm when they came out with their direct drive force feedback wheels and undercut Fanatec pretty much, and now they're in flight sim. They made the force feedback joystick, which Blue Games has already got. Actually, he did a video on it if you do want to check it out. But yeah, Moser Racing are there with their force feedback stick. So hey, Certified Productions, welcome to the stream. Thanks for helping me with the Airbus Beluga. No worries at all. No worries. I hope you're enjoying it. So transition level is going to be flight level 070. Yeah, Beluga mentioned. Let's get our landing lights on as we get closer to 10,000. Turn off and taxi lights can go on as well. And we'll slow it down to 250 now. Set barrier, not yet. We're not at our transition level. I don't know why it shouldn't be in orange, because we're not at transition level yet, but we will do once we get to the transition level. Hope the 787 will be released in the next year. Yeah, I don't think it will be. I think we're looking at a late 2025 or 2026 release. 2025 at the absolute earliest. I don't think it will be, but who knows, maybe. But yeah, I'd love the FlightFactor 787 in X-plane is going to be, if it's anything like this 777, it's going to be good. So we're going to make the restriction perfectly. We need to be at flight level 080 by ROCUP, which is, we're going to do more than, in fact, we're going to be at 080 well before ROCUP. So we're going to go to vertical speed mode here. And you know what I've actually enjoyed about not having VNAV is manually planning your descent, manually managing your descent with vertical speed, flight level change, and it's fun, you know. It's a nice change from just sticking it on VNAV all the time. Maybe it'll be released for GTA 6. Beautiful, look at that. Beautiful Orbex Trueworth. If you do want to pick up any of the Orbex stuff, type exclamation Orbex in the chat. It should give you a link. It is an affiliate link to their store. I believe they have a sale on right now as well, actually. They've got their summer sale on. And right, under 10,000 now. Looking good. We're going to put a 10 nautical mile fix around East Midlands, so we'll put EGNX 27 and then get a 10 nautical mile fix. I always do this, it's a habit now, but I like having that 10 nautical mile fix there. Looking good. Oh, look at that sunset. Beautiful. Lovely. We do actually need to be at 220 knots, it says. Max 220 at ROCUP according to my charts. From Navigraph, of course, so we'll slow it down a little bit. Still got a nice descent going. We'll change that to 800 feet per minute. And alright, so 080, we can now go down to our platform altitude for the ILS, which is, if I can grab it, 2,000. And we'll just go flight level change for now. And we'll go direct to that waypoint because it's doing weird things. There we are. Fix that up. I think Rokup was in the flight plan twice, so he was trying to go back around. So East Midlands is not too far off our nose. We've got some clouds here, it should be fine. We can now go to local QNH. Well, first officer side set 2, lovely. Alrighty, that looks good to me. Got a nice descent going here. Then we're going to need a little bit of speed brake here. Help us get down. See the green arc there? We'll try and get that. So we hit our platform altitude in time. That looks good to me. So we head through these clouds. Really impressed we've lost the scaling so far. Hopefully I can finally fly the Concorde without minus 1,000 FPS. Minus 1,000 feet per minute landings due to FPS drops. Yeah, hopefully. It won't fix stutters, but as long as you have a decent stable FPS, it makes your sim super smooth. You know, I'm on you know, roughly 30 to 40 FPS right now, but I'm seeing 75. Looks like we're flying through a sandstorm. Yeah, the sunsets are a little bit yellowy, orangey. I think in X-plane they could be fine-tuned a little bit. But night lighting looking good with this Orbx QF. Look at that. That's a, yeah, I think that's a little bit too orangey and browny. But this is why I wanted to do live time. We should hit our platform just fine. Yeah, we should be okay. With at EGNX, you actually, you know, you're on your platform until about 5 nautical miles away, and then you start your, you know, glide slope. So should be all right. Airport is off to our right-hand side. There it is. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Listen to the sounds though. There's EGNX, got the M1 motorway here. Lovely. And we're landing on this runway here. And there's the cargo ramp over there with the warehouse. So, as you can see, we'll go pretty much to the end of the runway. Looks like you're flying to Mars. Yeah, it's a bit orangey, isn't it? Weirdly, still have 5-second long FPS drops. We've lost the scaling, they've gotten better, and now about 20 FPS. Yeah, so if you get stutters, it won't, or it might not help too much with that. You do need a stable FPS, but if it's helping, then that's great.
Checklist, please.
Altimeters.
And altimeters are
Checklist
set.
complete.
Landing checklist, please.
So we do have our speed brakes armed. We're looking good on this descent. Everything on the overhead looks good to me. Landing lights are on. David, exclamation specs won't work. Although you have given me a good idea, I will add that to the list of commands for the next stream actually. But if you are interested in my PC specs, I've got an i5-12400F, an RTX 3070 Ti, 8 gig of VRAM, and 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. I do need to get my specs set up on a command as well actually. So solid 40 FPS-ish right now, and then we're lossless scaling is boosting us up to 80, so double. Well, they're thereabouts, but yeah, it's pretty good. No worries, David. My pleasure. Oh, this lighting looks not bad actually now. I mean, it's a bit yellowy, but the night lighting looks good. Look at that. With True Earth as well. Yeah, looks nice. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Got to get some screenshots. Let's slow it down to 180 now as we prepare to turn and intercept the ILS. Change your engine EPR to GA mode in the FMC for extra realism. Do you have to do that? Would that not spool up our engines for a go around? I would presume. I didn't know we had to do that really. I've not seen anyone do it. Go flaps 1 so we slow down here. And we will arm the approach as well. Intercept the localizer. Glide slope, we are below the glide slope, which is where we want to be. We want to intercept the glide slope from below. Don't know how to explain it. Let's do it and hope we don't break the aircraft. So you're saying we select go around? Okay. I would have thought the toga button would do that automatically, but do they actually have to do this manually in a 777? I would have thought that when you hit toga on the throttles for a go around, it'd do it automatically, but there you go. Oh, okay, VNAV does it for you normally, I see. Go flaps 5 now. There's the runway 1 approach mode, capturing the localizer. This looks pretty nice actually, with this sunset and the Orbex QF stuff with the night lighting. Looks super cool. And we'll slow it down to 160. Well, flaps 15. 8 miles out, we'll get the gear down shortly. Is it stuttering for you guys on YouTube? I hope not. And alright, we'll go gear down then. Look at that. What a view. I think the timing on that was absolutely perfect. That looks so cool. Let's slow it down to final approach speed, which is, go flaps 20, 128. And we now only have a 7 knot headwind. Super slow speeds, 128. Right, gears down. We are slowly, we're on the glide slope, that's good. And we're slowing down nicely to our final approach speed. And okay. Flaps 25 then, let's take control of the aircraft. There it is. I now have control of the aircraft. Flaps 30. Isn't it VREF plus 5? I thought you would only do VREF plus 5 when you have a crosswind of some sort, but we have no crosswind, so but I could be wrong there. I could be wrong, but honestly, using VREF has worked out pretty nicely for me so far. And yeah, this aircraft handles beautifully. Night lighting looks pretty cool as well. Fly-by-wire system obviously helping. Yeah, Max, I'll look that up. I'll look that up because I do always want to be flying, you know, as well, sort of as realistically as possible. But I'll look it up. Looks like a pretty nice approach. Yeah, no wind, so we don't have to put too much input. Just small corrections. Don't want to over control the plane.
500.
Don't want to get high either. It's the M1 motorway we're flying over there.
400.
Driven across that many times. Hey, Owls is in the house to see our landing. Hope you had a great time at Flight Sim Expo. Hopefully I'll be there next year.
Approaching minimums.
And alright, let's get this landing then.
100. Minimums. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh yes, look at that. Bit of a floater, but we got it down well within the touchdown zone. Fly the nose wheel down, speed peak is extended. Auto brake. Lovely, get it back on the center line. Did it lag on final there for you guys? Oh, I'm so sorry. Reversers out, alright. Stow the reversers, we'll take this next exit off to the left here. Welcome to East Midlands, beautiful scenery. Alright, we'll disarm the auto brake. I think there was a 737 waiting. Oh, he's just gonna land? Right, okay. Oh, let's watch where we're going here. Oh, we're fine. Gotta get off the runway. Alright, well, yeah, we'll take a look at a replay of that as soon as we park up here. And flaps can go up now. We'll stow the speed brake. Landing lights can go off. And you know, shall we just do the let's taxi actually. We'll taxi to the stand. Good job we got off the runway. That Ryanair just apparently did not want to brake. Used the whole runway. Strobes off too. Yes, exactly. We did get the... Yep, okay. And... transponder standby. Okay, let's focus on where we're taxiing now. Flaps need to go all the way up. There it is. No worries, DT297. My pleasure. Right, now that Ryanair better not block us. Ryanair for you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to make it there before them.
Approaching.
Yeah, that's Traffic Global doing Traffic Global things. I really wish, as much as I love Traffic Global, it needs an update. It does. The models need an update too. Oh, the night lighting in this aircraft looks beautiful, it really does. Yeah, when I'm offline, I don't generally really touch transponder, or at least a squawk number. And we'll go in here to the left. I'm just going to activate the auto DGS. Get the runway turn off lights off. Taxi light can go off as well. We're going to this next taxiway, this next stand here, and then we'll take a look at the replay. I kind of wish I recorded that landing now for a short. And we'll park up in here. Even the 200 variant of this aircraft is so long. Where's our marshaller? Oh, it's because we're at a third-party airport. I guess we don't. Auto DGS might not work, but we'll take it to the end here. Common site here, East Midlands. Have a DHL 777. We'll stop there, get the parking brake on. We did not start the APU, so let's get that started. And whilst that's doing that, I'm just going to get the lights back on so we can do the replay. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look at this replay then. Let me just complete the flight on Volanta. And alright. Replay mode. And we'll just move it back a little bit. You can ignore all that. They are obviously replay bugs. We'll take a look at a few different angles here. Alrighty, there it is. Let's take a look at this landing. Lighting in the background looks so good. Oh yes. Not too bad at all. Nose wheel came down quite nicely as well. Beautiful. Take a look at a different angle. All the way back. Alrighty. Let's take a look at this. No, I think we got to record this. Hang on. Let me start the recording. Alrighty. Yeah, in the touchdown zone too. Beautiful. This aircraft, I'll tell you guys, is so fun to hand fly as well. It's just, it reacts exactly as you think it would for a fly-by-wire Boeing. You know, I'm not a real-world 777 pilot, so I can't tell you how accurate it is, but to me, it feels good. You know, it does feel good. A few more angles here. Look at it come in, flying over the trees. And this night sky as well, this purpley, pinky sky. Just amazing. DrishalMAC2 EPWA, thank you for becoming a member and supporting the channel. Have fun on Vatsim, my friend. Oh yeah. Weren't exactly centerline, but not too far off, honestly. Not too far off. Beautiful. And oh guys can we go for a tower view? No, we can't. So you know what we'll do? We will make our own tower view. Give me a second here, guys. Let me just move the camera towards the tower, or somewhere near the tower. Where's the tower? There it is. Okay, let's just go there. That's close enough, and take a look at this. We're only doing 128 knots on final, and for such a large aircraft, it looks so slow, right? It looks big, it looks heavy. That was beautiful. That might be one of my best landings in this aircraft yet. Wing flex looks pretty good as well. What a beast of an aircraft. I really love this aircraft. I can't wait to fly the PMDG one in Microsoft Flight Sim as well. Having both of these in both sims is going to be a joy. We're going to have a lot of 777 flying on the channel. Beautiful. And one more. We'll go for a quick wing view. Oh yeah, the default xplane night lighting, or maybe the Orbex did something with the night lighting for True F, just looks fantastic. I think that was right on the aiming point as well, actually. Lovely. Where did we touch down in relation to the aiming point? Let's see. Okay. Oh, not too far away from the aiming point, actually. That wasn't too bad at all. We're only just slightly before it. Not bad. Right. Let me, Nope. Don't do that. We'll, kill the engines here. I don't... We have got the APU running. We don't, apparently. Okay. When you do a replay and then respawn in, there is bugs. But they will be fixed, I'm sure. We'll just get these lights off for now. We're not going to do a proper shutdown here. We'll just get the lights off, hydraulics off, anti-ice, fuel pumps, bleeds, window heat, match the exit signs, gens can all go off, battery off, and there we are. Welcome to East Midlands Airport. What a beautiful airport. If you do want to pick it up, just put exclamation ARR in the chat. It'll give you a link straight to this airport from Orbex. It's a nice airport. A couple of features missing, like marshallers and stuff like that. You know, the tower view could do with a little bit of adjusting so it can actually use it and it not get covered up. But otherwise, really nice airport from Orbex. Looks great. Blends with the rest of Orbex True fantastically. And look at that. Just a beautiful, beautiful sim at night. It really is. Ship to buy. Have a nice rest of your stream. And you, mate. And you. Wondering why airliners have the extended option for landing lights, even though I can't think of a case where they'll need it. Yeah, I'm not too sure either. The newer ones don't seem to have it. I know the 7.3 has it. I maybe for maintenance or something like that. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I bought the airport with orbs. Yeah, it's a nice airport. My home airport as well. So this was particularly exciting. You do have Donington Park and you do have the race cars, which is really cool. This is a racetrack in real life. Donington Park, quite popular in the UK. You have all that animated as well, so it's quite cool. Alrighty, well, thank you all of you for being on the stream here today. I actually really enjoyed that one in the 777. Glad to be back in it. Next stream we'll be back in another 777, the 300ER most likely, with the PMDG. Now that'll either be tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on when the PMDG releases. But do stay tuned for that. And then we'll stream again late next week. I've got exams next week at the start, Tuesday and Wednesday, so we won't have the normal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday streams next week, but we will make up for that later on in the week, I assure you. So thank you all very much for being here. Thanks for the membership, Max EPWA. I really do appreciate the support. Moderators, thank you very much as well. I really do appreciate all of your support. So thank you all very much for watching. I shall see you in the next one.